to kind of share the drama of the story a little bit, I went through, and I got all emotional last night when I was chatting with Pat, because I went through kind of a year that was a real rough patch. I actually had a heart problem, and a pretty rough one that frankly, darn near killed me. So I'm stoked for every day. I'm really happy to be here, really. And I've kind of up and running and functional again. But during that period of time, I was kind of telling Pat, I built this whole kind of fantastical storyland because I lost kind of everything. My heart wasn't working right. I had no strength, like my whole of my strength, which is a big part of how I see myself personally, just vanished. And that was tough. That was personally really tough. And it even got to the point where I couldn't sing anymore. Like my voice left me because my lungs started filling up with fluid. And I kind of, in a weird sort of way, everything that comprised who I am, personally, how I see myself, vanished. It disappeared, It pulled out, the rug was pulled out from underneath me. And that was tough. I mean, that was emotionally, I didn't actually let on, to my friends and family, how rough that actually is. Because, you think of who you are and the things that you are. And at a time like that, and when all of that, how you perceive yourself gets taken away, that is tough. I think Brian's hearing this for the first time too. But I was telling this, explaining that, I started writing an album. I just said, instead of listening to podcasts, here I am doing a podcast now, as I drove back and forth to work, or listening to, putting on YouTube and listening to it as I drive, or putting on Spotify or whatever it may be. Listen, I have a lot of friends who play music, so they send me stuff all the time. And, it's real easy to get your head always wrapped around listening and consuming content, And for once in my life, I just said, as I'm going through this kind of miserable thing, I'm going to make up kind of my own world, if that makes any sense, and start writing songs as I go. And I didn't you can't drive, and well, some people here in California, I've seen this before, drive and play the guitar at the same time. I don't recommend it, but it tells you a lot about California. I'm always picking on California, but I would tap on the dash and just sing songs. Well, I wound up writing a whole album doing this, and one night in the backyard, I tap on the table and sing it, and my wife says to me, "Man, that's actually pretty good, man." So it got me inspired, and this is a time where we were kind of getting ready for NAMM, and I was in there building presets all the time.